graders, and welcome back to our math classroom. Our lesson for today is going to be very similar to what we've been working with. And actually, as I looked around the house, I'm sure you have seen a bottle like this probably in your lifetime. And a lot of people refer to these as 2-liter bottles. And they call them a 2-liter bottle because there are 2 liters of a liquid volume inside of them. The other thing that you might have around your house would be a plastic water bottle that looks like this. When you look at the label, it says it has 500 milliliters in it. So this means it is half of a liter. So if we were to take our 2-liter bottle, split it in half, we have a liter. Or if we take this and double it, we have half of this, which would be a liter as well. If you haven't already guessed it, our lesson for today is going to be shifting gears. We're no longer going to be working with metric lengths, but now we're going to be working with metric liquid volume. So our big idea stays the same. I understand that measurement units can be converted within measurement systems. And then our success criteria, by the end of the day, we want for you to be able to say, I can convert metric units of liquid volume, and I can explain how to convert metric units of liquid volume. The principle behind our lesson today and everything that you learn is going to be very similar to what we've done before. That's the beauty of the metric system. The metric system is based off of a base 10 system. So remember our staircase that we had when we said for length our base unit was the meter? Well, now for liquid volume, our base unit is now the liter. And the liter is in the middle, that's the base unit. But if you notice, all of the other prefixes or parts that come before liter stay the same as when we were doing length. So a milliliter, rather than a millimeter, we now have a milliliter. A centiliter, a deciliter, a liter, deciliter, hectoliter, and kiloliter. It's all going up steps, just like when we worked with the lengths. So if you understood the lengths, today's lesson is going to be pretty easy for you, I would hope. Our conversions, we're going to work with converting, same as we did last time. And remember, when we convert, there are 2 things we want to do. We want to first of all think about how many steps up or down it's taking, and am I going from a smaller unit to a larger unit, or a larger unit to a smaller unit? And from there then, if you go larger to smaller, you're going to be multiplying depending on how many steps. And remember then, your number's just getting 10, 100, or 1,000 times larger. And if you're going from a smaller to a larger unit, then you're going to be dividing or making it 10, 100, or 1,000 times smaller. So we're going to do just a couple of examples for today. We'll start out first of all with 58 centiliters, and we're going to convert that over to liters. So go to our visual here, and just so you know, on today's assignment, this will be there, looking just like this here. So we have centiliters, find centiliters right here, and then we have to find liters. Liters are here. So we are going from a smaller to a larger. And how many steps is it? Well, if I'm going up the staircase, I'm going to go 1, 2 to get there. So if I come over here now, I'm going from a smaller to a larger. That means I'm dividing. I'm going to go 2 steps. So that means I have to take this 58 and I have to divide it by 100 to figure out how many liters that would be. So that means I'm making it 100 times smaller. So I'm now going to shift everything 2 places to the right, and our answer becomes 58 hundredths of a liter. Does it make sense? Well, centiliters are smaller than liters, so yeah, it makes sense. We divided by 100, and there we go. It was 2 steps. So the other one we're going to work with today is 48 kiloliters, and we want to change that to liters. So we're going to go over here, and we're going to find kiloliters. Kiloliters happen to be way, way up here at the top. And we're going to convert the kiloliters to liters. So kiloliters to liters, we are going from larger to smaller. So that means we're going to be multiplying, making it larger. But how many steps are we going to take? 1, 2, 3 steps. So that means we're going to have to take our kiloliters and we're going to have to multiply them by 1,000. And 41 times 1,000 is 41,000 liters. Now, our amount of liquid volume stayed the same. Even though we have 41 and 41,000, the amount of liquid stayed the same. It's just what we use to measure it. Kiloliters are larger, so we're going to only have 41 kiloliters. Liters are 1,000 times smaller, so we're going to have 41,000 liters in that same amount of liquid volume. Today's problems are going to involve conversion, and they're going to be some simple conversions just like this. But then you're going to run into some problem solving where you're going to have to really stop and think, because it's going to put more than one math concept together along with that conversion. And you're going to want to really pay close attention to the wording that's being used. As you may say, part of the problem may have milliliters, part of it may have liters, and then you're going to have to convert either everything to liters or to milliliters to find your answer. Also, some of the problems involve more than one step, so you're really going to have to pay attention to the problems. If you're having trouble or if you need help, please reach out to your teacher. We would love to be able to help you. And remember, a day without math is like a day without sunshine. Make it a great day, 5th graders.